lucky is breed, be free of CB and his STDs. Right, everyone look at the cameras.
This is Girlfriend's podcast, and I'm
right. Everyone, just look at their cameras and smile. Good afternoon, and welcome back to your girlfriend's favourite podcast. This is your girlfriend's favourite podcast with Lauren, Lucy, and Liv. Just remember, guys, if you're enjoying the content, click subscribe. And if you have any dilemmas for us, our email will now be on the bottom of the screen. Thank you. Anyway, guys, how has our week's been? Lucy and Liv, you go first. How has your week been? What have you been up to? Anything much?
Not really. I've had annual leave this week. I literally feel like I haven't even been in work this whole month. Like, I've had so much annual leave. I don't know. Do you know what I think it is? It's like, today obviously is Thursday. And like, we've been saying all week, like, it's a day before the actual day is supposed to be. So I feel like this week's just speeding past. But I put my decorations up. I've had annual leave. I cleaned people's houses. Today was the third day in the gym. So I've done my 3 days that I wanted to do. But it's also been chilled as well. Like, do you know what's so nice, yeah? Like, when you go annual leave and say I've been cleaning, is like, say I finish at 2. Like, my whole day's free. Like, if I work, I'm working till 5 or 6, or sometimes 8. And it's like, what can you actually do after that time? Not a lot.
Was there any special reason you had annual leave?
Just because I hate work.
Oh. Right. Well, guys, if you subscribe, do it now. Could help us. It'll promote us to other people. Other people will see it, and we could get bigger.
No, anything to get me out of my job. That'd be bloody brilliant.
Well, anyway, let me tell you about my week.
The only reason Lucy wanted out of work yet is because we'd filmed from her house. She wouldn't have to leave her house.
I currently leave my house at 20 to 7 in the morning. Don't get home till 6 p.m.
And to be honest,
at 6. Disgusting.
You chose that job. You chose that job. You know what it was going to be like. That's a you problem.
Yeah, you know what? Shut up. Because we have to progress in life. And to progress, you've got to do things you don't want to do. But I really don't want to do it. But I am progressing. So that's fine. But I will moan.
I've booked to go to London next weekend.
But can I tell you about my weekend in London first?
Yeah.
There was an order. No one's read their notes. There's an order to how we're supposed to do things today. So I can link segments.
So she can segue through the segments.
So I can segue, though I think a segue is an actual...
A segue is a vehicle, but you are using the word... Yeah.
Went to London for a few days this weekend. Lovely time with our Jacqueline, who's in a wheelchair. She can walk, but she can't walk far. Like, she can't walk any more than a short Asda's. She takes 2 hours.
What the fuck's a short Asda?
Like, short walk through Asda.
Oh.
I should have used words there, shouldn't I? Just describe that a bit better. London is not very wheelchair accessible, I think I've come to realise.
We knew this from last time.
No, well, she has an electric one now. So she was bombing it in places with not people there. But, then places with people there was hard. I bought a few Christmas ornaments. I went to Disney and I bought my yearly Disney ornament. I always buy a Disney ornament every single year since I've been with Ben.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Like, why the fuck would you spend that sort of money on a bauble?
Why not?
Did you say what much you were?
This one was £20.
You can get a pack of 50 for that in B&M's.
Right, well, I wanted Captain Hook and Smee in a boat, okay?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, Captain Hook and Smee.
Well, if I knew that for Secret Santa, I could have bought you a bauble. We still got time.
My nan gets me baubles every year. She always gets me. Well, she did. She bought me one there. We went into Selfridges, and me and my nan, ever since I was young, she used to take me to Beauty and the Beast, in theatre all the time. And it's like our film, Mrs. Potts and Chip. It's like me and my nan. Thanks, Liv. Sorry, I'm boring you. So she's bought me an ornament where it's like Mrs. Potts and Chip anyway from Selfridges. I bought Mrs. Potts and Chip.
Like Chip and Dale?
No. Mrs. Potts and Chip.
Mrs. Potts on Beauty and the Beast.
From Beauty and the Beast. The teacup and the fucking
Oh,
teapot.
Pot.
yeah, I'm with you.
She was a child.
I was just going to say that.
Do you think me and my pal sit down and watch fucking Disney films? No. We watch Grey's Anatomy. She's going to be a doctor.
Right, okay. Anyway. I seen a wonderful ornament in Selfridges, and it was an ornament of Lizzie. So I picked up
The Queen.
we'll just carry on. I picked
Where
up
the
the
fuck is
ornament
she?
of Lizzie. I don't know. We'll carry on a second. Oh, there she is.
Oh,
Fucking
hell.
right. Anyway, I picked up right. Let me tell my story about Lizzie.
Fuck me.
I picked up my ornament of Lizzie by the string. I walked to the counter, near the counter, and I seen another bauble I like. In that meantime, don't know what happened to Lizzie. Suddenly, Lizzie became decapitated. I held her out like this. She was very delicate. Suddenly, her head rolled. I was just holding the string. Joanne politely picked up the body from the floor, hid it in the corner, and her head was somewhere under the table. I felt the killer terrible.
Guys, sorry, can you see me?
Yes.
I can't
As you can tell, guys, we're having some technical difficulties because we're using Zoom for the first time. Bloody hell.
I can't see myself. It just keeps saying Williams is talking. Oh, hi.
You're going to have some stories to tell and you're cocking about.
I can see myself. It's all right. Carry on.
Oh, I bought Christmas decorations. Anyway,
Yeah, and
we go down to Borough Market right on the next day. And down Borough Market, don't know what it's called, it's like a pirate ship. It's not an actual pirate ship, but it looks like a pirate ship. It's an old ship. Right? And you know the things the ships tie their string on?
Anchor?
No.
Their rope.
Yes, they tie their rope on like a bollard, let's say. Said bollard, right? Well, Nan was stopping because I didn't take a photo in front of her in front of said pirate ship. So I decided to back Nan up. In doing so, even though I've seen this bollard, because we've walked past it 3 times already, I went straight into the bollard and fell over sideways. And not only that, during that time, Jacqueline shouted at me because I've let go of the wheelchair. She's rolling forward. It's like ramp. I know there's a brick wall for me, so I go sideways. There's 2 men sat on the wall. They get up and leave. Mid-conversation. And I am just on the floor laughing for a good 2 minutes because I can't cope because of how many people are around, because there's a coffee shop right in front. And there was people just walking past.
I'm confused as to how you fallen over a bollard. How low was the bollard?
Because it's like one of them ship ones. So like a ship.
Oh, you stupid idiot. It's not a bollard, is it?
It's
more
more
just explain what it was, but I couldn't think what it is called. I can't think what it's called. Yeah, but it's like yay big.
Was there rope attached?
No, it was like for show, in a way.
It says it's called a mooring line, or
That's it.
was.
I fell on there.
Thank you, Liv.
And I felt sideways again in London, and I ripped my jeans slightly, but all was well. And Jacqueline did not roll far, but she did shout at me and have a go at me.
I would as well. For being so fucking sick.
She wanted a photo. So there is photos. Joanne does have photos of me. Of course, Joanne was laughing and taking photos at the time. I am on the floor. She has the photos.
You'll have to insert
I
that.
want a photo here.
And so for here, me on the floor in London.
I look confused.
Do you know what it is? Do you know why you fell over the bollard? Because people nowadays are too involved in their phones.
I was holding a wheelchair. I was not on my fucking phone. I was going backwards with a wheelchair. Where has she been for this conversation?
Well,
Tell
to start with my side, what I'm saying is if there was a picture needed after you already taken a picture, you should just be like, oh, it's gone now. Time's gone.
Nan was stopping because she wanted a picture. So I put Nan next to the boat for a picture. In doing so, I fell. So, going back to the phone things, yes, too many people are on their phones, especially in London. How many people nearly fell over the top of my Nan because they weren't looking? She was running people over in the end because she had an electric one. She was like, I've had a fucking naff, no one's moving. People coming straight at her. She had a horn,
Right.
she had a little horn she was pressing.
My nan had a mobility scooter and she ran over me with hers by accident.
Yes.
But
yes.
literally fully over my foot. Fully over into me. I was sat down into me, the chair was going back. I was like, you've got to stop. We're going to have a collision.
Why didn't you move?
I was sat in a chair, I couldn't go anywhere. She just kept coming towards me.
That's so silly.
Well, you try having an old
Silly.
person with a mobility scooter, they're quite dangerous.
Yeah, because they never played Grand Theft Auto or anything, so they don't know how to use the little dials.
That's right, yeah, that's it. They can go at a snail's pace, but they can go at a very, very fast pace. And
Lucy, how was your weekend?
my weekend. I had a long weekend this weekend because obviously I had compressed hours. I've been working for 7 years at a go. So I had a long weekend because I had my days off. Went to the gym.
I was actually thinking about you the other day, actually, and I just remember that gym story you told me. So I thought we could lean into the next thing of weird men at the gym.
Oh, we love a weird man.
Liv, do you know this story?
No, because you don't tell me fuck all.
Right, so anyway, let's go back in time, guys. Two, 3, how many years ago?
Oh, it was 2 years ago. It was a good 3 years ago.
This is how weird men are, I think. So it's going back a few years ago. And Lucy, do you want to tell the story? Because it's your story to tell. Try and storytell it, not just briefly tell it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I went into this one day, went to the gym, started working out, doing a bit of working out on the mats, bit of ab work. All of a sudden, one of my friends from school texts me to say,
friends?
what?
I said, do you have friends?
I was just shocked as
I'm
well.
going to ignore what you just said. One of my friends from school texted me and she said, someone's just sent me a photo of you in the gym. And then I said, what do you mean? And she said, someone has just messaged me and sent a photo of you doing your workout to me and asked if you were Lucy Gregory. And I said, what the fuck are you talking about? She sent me this photo of me from afar in the gym. This boy had taken of me and sent to her to ask her to confirm who I was in the gym. And I was like, sorry? And this boy was there, yeah. This boy was actually there in the gym taking photos of me. And I messaged her back. I said, don't even tell it. Don't reply and say who I am or whatever. That is odd. So anyway, I went to the gym then. I went to the person at the front desk, and I said to them, someone has just taken photos of me. Like, that is not okay. Like, is that okay?
No.
Is that
No, I took a video of you.
Yeah, but
I know you.
And it would have been, you knew Lucy would consent to that, and like she's not consented to someone taking videos of her to know it. Because Lucy, if I remember, I think we might miss part or might get to it. Didn't you think the one time he took a photo of you before? Or was it after? You literally saw him put his camera up and you thought he was taking a photo of you?
I can't remember, potentially, yeah. But I just know we went to the gym. I knew who it was. I knew who the boy was because obviously he messaged my friend, so we knew his name, and it had actually been someone that we went to school with who's in an older year.
He used to love all your, if you remember, on Instagram. He would message you on Instagram, but you didn't follow him, so he's in your requests. She had like tons of messages off him.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So then I went on, obviously you went on this, I had messages off him, whatever. So then I had to go, this is in the winter as well, so I was going to the gym, but it was like dark in the nights or whatever. I was by myself, and I thought, I'm now having to walk around this bloody place with this boy's taking photos of me and sending them to people. So I told the people at the gym, and I said, look, this person, I know exactly who it is. I know you can't tell me who your members are, but I said, I know exactly who it is taking photos of me, and it's really inappropriate. And I think they actually spoke to him personally.
He messaged you on Instagram about it.
Later on, he did, yeah. He they spoke to him. Yeah, they spoke to him, and then he messaged me later on saying, oh, I hope I've not offended you. I don't like people not liking me. It wasn't meant in that way. And I did reply, and I was like, you realise like you cannot just take photos of females in gyms, send them around to people to ask who I am. Like, it's not even like you take the photo and send it to your buddies. You send them to my buddies and ask them who I am. Like, what is wrong with you? And
but why couldn't he just approach you?
I don't know. That would have been less creepy than
because if I remember, Lucy, he's messaged you on Instagram tons before that, like love art and stuff, and saying like, "Oh, how are you?" and that, and then being like, "Oh, just ignore me," then, like that type of thing. Like, why are you ignoring me?
Oh, he sounds like
yeah. There was a lot of messages where I remember when you finally found out who it was and him. Where I remember there was a lot of messages like of him being like, "Why are you ignoring me? Don't be like that. I didn't think you were like that." And just like someone who was very felt entitled. It sounded like he was so entitled to your time and everything, when clearly he's not. Nor should he be going around taking pictures of females, especially in the gym.
Well, I just felt so unsafe after that. I was like, that is just odd. Like, I shouldn't have to go to the gym that I've gone to for years by myself, because, you know, people do, you go to the gym by yourself in the dark. And I was like, literally, I would leave the gym and he'd be behind me. And I'd be like, oh my God, I can't go walk to my car. I can't even go to my car now in the dark. Like, what is he going to do? What pictures is he going to take? What videos is he going to take? Like, what is wrong with people?
And if he was like that on Messenger as well, like, how was he going to be in person? Like, how entitled was he going to be in person? Because I just remember reading the messages and they were so scary. Like, scary with the photo taken. Especially if someone, like, if someone random was messaging you, like, that lives in Nottingham, you know, you wouldn't think twice, but someone that's took a picture of you and then having them messages is like, I just remember at the time you were so scared. You didn't go to the gym like that much. You stopped. No, you cut it right down.
Yeah, if it was dark, I wouldn't have gone by myself or whatever. I would only go in the day if I could, because I work shifts at the time. I'd go in the day. I wouldn't go in the evening. And if he was there, I'd leave. I'd actually leave the gym if he was there. Like, it was so stressful, and I don't think he actually understood at all. Like, what he had then impacted. Do you know what I mean? Like, how he'd impacted me from doing that. Like, so bizarre. I thought that he could just take photos. And not even, you take photos, if you took a photo of me and then I never knew, then I'd never know. But you're sending them to people I know and asking who I am. Like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? I just think that's going to look.
So I think it is scary anyway to be a woman. Like, me and Aaron have this conversation all the time. Like, like someone knows another woman that's like been scared of walking by herself or scared to do something by herself, but like 100%. Like I said to Aaron, do you know anyone who's been scared, like a man scared to walk by themselves? And he says no, and that's because like a lot more happens to women in that, so like in circumstances. It's sad, really, isn't it, that we live in a world where we can't, like, we don't feel safe to walk on our own or go to the car on our own in a car park. It's I don't know. It's like, and especially when you're raising a child as well, that's a female.
I know. Yeah. Do you know? Sometimes I've walked my dogs in broad daylight, like not in the dark, but in broad daylight, wearing appropriate clothes, not like shorts and a crop top or whatever, but with like what I've gone now, which is like a gym top and trousers or joggers or whatever. And I've had people beep at me, like multiple different beep. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing?
When I worked in JD sports, I used to walk to work. I would get wolf whistled or like beeped at, and you just think like it's just disgusting. Like, why? Like, and I'm in jeans, like in JD t-shirt.
Yeah, even if we was in our gym shorts and top or whatever,
why are we still right to do that?
Down the street?
You should, like, you should be able to be able to walk nipples out and everything if you wanted to, like, genuinely. Because it's just men sexualize women's bodies. Like, they shouldn't. Because it's their problem. Don't sexualize women.
Like, if we go out and I wear a low t-shirt or something like that, he's like, oh, like people are just going to look at you. And I think, well, that's not my issue. If I've got boobs and people are going to look at my boobs, that's not my fault. Like, no, people try and keep their eyes in their head.
Yeah, why aren't you able to just be you and wear what you want? Because if I wore that top, it wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be an issue to someone else because I've got small boobs, so I haven't got a cleavage, so I can wear that top and that's no problem. But because you've got a cleavage, you're now sexualizing yourself. But aren't we just being human beings? Aren't we just being females?
Yeah,
Well,
men walk
that's
around with
the
a pint
issue.
of cider and their shorts and no top all the time. Women
No
should be able to
top.
do the same. If I want to
Yeah.
wear no top and walk around, I should be able to do the same. It'd be absolutely fine.
I
I'm
agree.
not going to, but
I would love that though, because I would prefer to be naked.
So
And
like
I would, I
sometimes I
hate
think my
women.
nipples show too much, and I'm like, oh, what if someone sees? And I'm like, well, I shouldn't care if someone sees my
No.
nipples or not.
Do you know what?
Like,
I'm content with my nipples coming through tops. I have absolutely no fucking problem with that happening. If I'm in work, it's a different story. It's not professional. But if I'm anywhere else and my nipples are coming through, free the nipple.
Yeah.
Leave 'em alone.
Yeah,
do
we
you know
are
what winds me
aware.
up? Breastfeeding. People having problems with breastfeeding, like in
Oh.
public.
Like,
Like that's you're nourishing a child. It's
I know.
free. It's like giving them the best like possible start to life because breast is best in a way. So it's just why are men just like ew,
Actually, fed is best, Lauren.
fed is best, yeah, but breast is also best if possible.
If possible, yes. But some women can't.
And
And
some women
that's
can't.
okay.
That's fine. Yeah,
but if you want to do it in public, you can.
Yeah. whap a nipple out.
Whap a nipple. Let's all go to the pub tonight and just get our nipples out.
Oh, anyway, so women shouldn't be sexualized, and we should all be free the nipple and do what we want. That's the conclusion for that. Fuck men, don't get your tits out now, Lucy, because we will be banned off YouTube and other forms of
And that's
social
a
media.
problem. That is a problem. Why can't I sit here and just
Right.
God.
And that will be
Also, we should
available
get
on
to-
OnlyFans.
And we've been keeping up to like this happened quite a while ago, didn't it? About like the Zach Bryan and Brianna
Chickenfry.
issues that were going on. I couldn't believe it, mind you know. I listened to Zach Bryan. Obviously, I wanted tickets, didn't get tickets. Oh, not even that. You fucking Lauren last week messaged in the group chat, Liv, don't be mad, but I got Sidemen tickets. I was thinking, like, I'm not gonna be mad at that, but
I felt
it's
really
fucking-
bad. I felt
Don't-
horrendous.
I felt like he was rubbing my nose in it, to be honest. And I was a bit like, I don't
Because
wanna
I
hear
felt bad because I was going to get you tickets.
Yeah.
Because I tried
But you know what? And I still went through the fucking queue of however many
I was
it
in the
was.
queue. I was in the
I
queue as
still would
well.
got you a ticket. I would have got you a
I
ticket,
know.
but that's what friends do, I suppose.
Yeah, and I would have got you a ticket if I got to that part, which I didn't. Someone else bought me a ticket because last year we were supposed to go with them. I felt
can't
really
say I
bad.
give a shit about the Sidemen tickets. Continue with your story. I don't actually know what you're talking
No, we did. We're on the Sidemen ticket now. Just need to mention it. I am a 29-year-old woman going to a Sidemen ticket that's going to be Sidemen match that's going to be like 12-year-olds.
about. That's it. Rub it more into Liv's face. Rub it in.
Hopefully,
but
Ace performs again.
I seen on Facebook, someone selling a fucking £12 ticket for £110. That's what pisses me off. All of the money, that the Sidemen got from this charity match will go into charity.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're spending £12 on a fucking ticket, why you sell it for 110 when it's going to charity? You're a sad, low life motherfucker.
Why would people do that?
I was going to comment on there and I was going to say that's fucking disgusting, but someone already did. So I was like, that's all right then.
So I did. My ticket was £29. I got a £29 ticket. So I'm pitch side.
Where is this?
In Wembley. So there's 90,000 tickets went on sale.
In Wembley.
Sold out, mind. Sold out within like fucking
It's sold
3-4
out.
hours.
Yeah, the ticketing thing was absolutely rubbish. It was so slow, wasn't it? Like it wasn't giving
Slow.
multiple people options. God, it was so
Fucking
slow.
slow. I was on 65,000 for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then I kept refreshing it because that's what Lauren told me to do when she got the Zach Bryan tickets. One ticket was coming up each time. I click it. Oh, no ticket. But it was fucking showing it. I just thought, fuck this. Don't want to see Sidemen. And I don't want to give it to fucking charity either.
You can just give £12 to charity if you want to.
I don't want to.
That wasn't the point. That wasn't the point, though. She wanted to go to the thing, see who was playing, because sometimes they have, like, celebs, Noah Beck and things. She doesn't know who Noah Beck is. There's no point going into that. She doesn't know who the Sidemen is.
I haven't got time to know who these people are.
Do you know who KSI is?
No, KSI is part of the Sidemen, any?
Mhm.
Yeah, well done. Do you know anyone else
No,
in the
I have his
Sidemen?
new song on my Spotify.
Right, do you know anyone? Right, do you know anyone else in the Sidemen?
One's called Harry.
Yeah, he's my favourite.
Yeah, he's my
I can
favourite.
imagine you fancy him, Liv, to be honest.
I wouldn't say
can
fancy
see
him because I
him.
don't know him. Like, I feel like you've got to know someone to fancy them, really.
Shut up.
I don't fancy them. I think he's good looking. Yeah.
Who's your favourite?
Deji?
Who? No, Deji's KSI's brother. He's not in the Sidemen, but very well good,
Oh, I
very
thought
well
Sidemen.
done. I know someone who Deji.
Yeah, let's not name names.
We're not going to name names, obviously.
You know what?
So Deji was messaging someone I know.
I know, no,
You know about
Fredo.
you?
No, I think that's how you say it. Fredo or Fredo, I don't know. He's a rapper. He's messaging one of the people that was in my same year.
Oh.
Right, okay.
So
anyway,
back to the Zach Bryan drama.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we was on about Zach Bryan and Brianna. Obviously, the tickets went on sale, didn't they? Obviously, they sold out the first lot, and then all of a sudden, Brianna comes out with all the shit about Zach Bryan and how he treated her, how he treats her, like how he offered her in all this money. And we were listening to Zach Bryan last night on the way home. And I was like, oh, all his songs are so depressing. And I was like, yeah, because he sings them after a fucking breakup. Because previous, when he was with someone else who he just like vanished off the face of it. And
so he married the first. I don't know the dates or anything. I can't remember now. I've been invested though. I've been watching the BFF podcast, which is what Brianna's on with Dave and Josh. They brought a brilliant diss track out. Brilliant, absolutely. But Zach was married to someone who was in the military the same time as him, so let's say COVID times. And how he broke up with her was by sending her divorce papers when she was on deployment, with no warning or anything. Then he dated someone else. She has been posted on TikTok, not agreeing, but not agreeing. I think she might have been paid off, possibly, but she wasn't a celebrity or anything. So, as Brianna said, like, at the end of the day, this is the first person Zach's been with that's already has her name before him, and she's gonna have her name after him.
Yeah.
So she don't need that 12. What was it? 12 million.
Yeah.
So he offered her 12 million to keep quiet, basically, loose for.
But she got loads of shit on him, like loads of videos, texts, like that would ruin his career, really.
Why don't she just sue him then?
Why would she sue him? She cared about him. She didn't want to hurt him or anything, but she has said, like, if he keeps like pushing the way he's pushing, or like, so he took the cat. So if she keeps posting the cat, she will release some of the things.
If he keeps posting videos of his cat,
it's her cat that he took.
Right, I'm not being funny, but I ain't got time for it. This information.
Anyway,
is
Brianna is absolutely beautiful. I'm following on TikTok and I think she's living life. But Dave is the owner of Barstool, right? Friends with Brianna, with Brie, right? Lucy, pay attention. Get off your phone.
I know, like honestly, it's so fucking rude.
I'm googling the fucking woman.
What for?
They brought out a song, but it got taken down because Josh has a contract with Warner Brothers. But it's so catchy. It goes, "How lucky is Brie to be free of CB and his STDs."
That her.
Yes. She's really pretty. How lucky is Brie to be free of CB and his STDs.
Right.
Wow.
Move on from this conversation.
I know. So yeah, anyway, she seems a lot happier. She's just signed a contract, I believe, for a flat in New York. So well done on her. Well done on Brianna.
Well done, Brianna.
Keep doing what you're doing. And Zach Bryan, I will see you in June, but I'm not too happy about it now.
You're paying into that.
But I've paid already. I paid free knowing this knowledge. I would have gone to a Noah Khan or Morgan Weller concert if I had known. He had a go at her for singing Morgan Weller, and they had an argument. He threw some things, I think, alleged.
Morgan Weller? It's Morgan Wallen, isn't it?
What? Last night we let the liquor talk. You know it, Lucy.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. This entire.
I tell you, another country kind of singer I like is Charlie on a Friday. Not a drug, but it is a
I
singer.
think that's probably what the song's about. Well, their name's about, sorry.
And that's really good. But yeah, let's move on.
I got a question for you both. I thought I'd do one of my what you rathers again. Would you rather?
What you
I found
rather?
What you rather? What would you rather, Liv?
What would you rather, mate?
What would you rather? Be naked at a random period of time every day for 30 seconds for the rest of your life? So it'll be 30 seconds just randomly. Could do anything.
What, close
about
them
how
randomly come
nipple?
back on?
Yeah, just for 30 seconds. Clothes disappear, naked.
And then they come back on.
Yeah. But you just don't know when. Could be at any point during that day.
Do you get like a little sensational feeling?
Right. Anyway, or live the rest of your life with a moderate headache.
Oh, no.
See the fucking nipple and get me naked, I would, because...
Yeah.
We know
Naked.
about that headache life. We need to be drinking our water, ladies, to not get headaches. That's what
I know. Sip, sip, motherfucker.
I know. Just imagine, though, you're having, like, Christmas dinner. Suddenly, like, for the next 30 seconds. Go.
Yeah, but
if it happens
our
every
mothers-
day, everyone's going to be used to it, aren't they? So...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it could happen 1 o'clock in the morning, you know. Be fine.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So, our answer is be naked, because we can't be dealing with headaches.
I
We already got the headache of men, so we don't need the headache of life.
Correct. To be honest, we got the headache of each other.
Oh.
This is just one big headache.
Right, okay. Then I've got Lucy lived dilemma.
Yeah. Who got a dilemma?
Lucy's going to have one because you've done the last 5.
I haven't got one.
The last
What
5?
do you mean? Well, I did these notes 2 days ago.
That's not good enough. You're not putting enough effort in. I can't cope
Lucy.
with it.
Look how much effort I put in. Every day.
I appreciated how unwell I am.
That's a
You look
problem.
fine.
You've not been drinking enough water, clearly.
I fucking drink constant water. I have got a throat infection.
Your forehead looks massive. It don't look like it ends here. So if you could...
You look like Mastermind.
Right.
Megamind.
Oh, yeah.
That is in there.
Oh, don't do that. You don't need them wrinkles at our age.
Anyway, I've got a dilemma because I'm prepared.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, well.
Go on, Liv. Give us the dilemma.
Right, you ready, guys? Basically, I put this in the other day and everyone ignored me. But anyway. Someone says, guys, no hate. I've been with my other half for 2 years. I recently got engaged and a wedding is booked. Also just found out I'm pregnant. Congrats. Clap, clap.
Congratulations.
I found gay porn in his search history and a gay dating site. I have questioned him about it and he's told me that there is nothing behind it and he wants me and the kids, wants to get married and all this. What the hell would you do?
Die.
Die. I would be so fucking embarrassed. I would want to be shoved underground.
Yeah,
I think the gay porn, whatever, but the gay dating app is a bit too far. It's like, I would say that's cheating. But if he's got a dating app, that's cheating.
Yeah, well, I was like reading the comments on this. Like, I don't really read comments often, but I thought, I'll just see what people say. And people were saying the same thing about gay porn. Well, maybe like that's maybe more acceptable because women can watch lesbian porn and not be a lesbian.
Lesbian porn. I watch lesbian porn. I'm not a lesbian.
But you watch so much porn, fairy porn, lesbian porn.
Right, no, I read books with fairy porn. I'm not watching fairy porn. I don't know any fairies. They're in my head.
Okay. Anyway,
most of the country. It's
stop
weird
saying
reading these books.
Porn. Porn. Yeah, but people were saying like about the gay porn, maybe that's fine. But then I would also think it's maybe that's just how it is. Like a man to watch, like a man having sex with another man is weird. But then I suppose women do it as well, and they're not lesbians. But people were saying the same thing. Like the dating website, like you've gone that extra step further to like
you've thought
like
about
explore your options. But people say he could be bi, but like the pride, like he doesn't want to be like.
But at the same time, he's married. He's getting married.
Getting
So this
married,
should
yeah.
be, if he was ever curious, it should have been done before. Or if he is curious, and I understand it's not as easy to, if you are curious, to come out and say to your partner, a long-term partner, about it with a kid. But you should be honest and be like, well, maybe I did want to experiment. We shouldn't be in that relationship then, if so.
But don't you find like nowadays so many people, like not so many people, but there's more people now that are like come out as gay after, like Felix Schofield was married, had kids, had everything, and then comes out.
My dad is my dad, but he's dead. Was gay. He's not my real dad, he's my stepdad, but he's my sister's dad, and he had a kid. He has a child that's older as well. I think that was because of his age, though. He didn't come out till he was like 40 something.
Was he actually out
Yeah.
though?
Yeah, well, he got married, Luce.
Oh.
I had Christmas dinner with them both.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Is his partner dead?
What?
Is his partner dead?
As well. Divorced, and then they both died within like a year of each other.
They went together.
Yeah,
But
cute.
But obviously that was much later. I think it's just what's acceptable. Not obviously what's acceptable, as in what's acceptable now in society.
Well, have you seen that video of David Walliams recently speaking, saying that if he was 20 now in 2024, like he's actually now 20 or 21, 22, he would be non-binary. That's his words. I would be non-binary. If I was 20 in this day and age, I would be non-binary. But he's a man, living as a man, calling himself a man now, as an older man. But if he was 20, he would have been non-binary because
you know what?
That box.
This shit is getting so fucking boring. Like, I understand people can be who they want to be, but I was raised in a fucking era where people are a man or a woman, and that's fucking it. You deal with it. Like, yeah, sometimes I don't feel like a fucking woman.
I'm just thinking about the getting cancelled. Can you see my face? I'm just like, we're gonna get cancelled. No, I agree. You should be who you want to be.
Yeah,
if that's man, woman, or they, them. No, I think you can be something else as well. I don't think you can be a fucking toaster or cat. That's not what I'm saying.
I think you can be they, them, non-binary, whatever. You can think that personally of yourself, no problem. You do you. But please don't expect me to conform as well.
No, correct. But you would be respectful, wouldn't you? You'd be respectful and call them they, them if they wish to. Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out my way to offend.
Yeah.
But if someone appears to me to be a man, I'm gonna assume. I shouldn't nowadays. You shouldn't assume. But I've seen many people on TikTok who they are different genders or whatever, or they appear to be different genders to what they actually identify as, and they then accuse the person by assuming their gender as well, or they say,
and this is the issue, right? We're living in a world where there's loads of generations. It's not just one generation. There's so many more people that don't agree in how like people are being raised now. Like the fact that like 9-year-olds, like children who are born a boy, are allowed to like fully transform into a woman. Yeah, boys can play with dolls and boys can dress up because that's a child learning how like life is and like what they like and what they don't like. But to fully transform like a young, like the YouTuber family, who had a boy, has a boy,
Jolie,
yeah,
oh yeah, them.
But this like their child who doesn't even know, like hasn't even experienced life yet, is a girl, or comes across.
But I think that's fine though, because they're not actually taking the next steps. If it was going medically, I would say that's a child. The child couldn't agree medically.
His life online as him acting as a girl.
But then at the same time, it's because of society conforming a woman. Like obviously, you just said a boy can play with dolls and that, but not everyone feels like that, and that's what we're saying. Like societal norms are not norms anymore. Because like I used to play with action figures, and I used to be called a lesbian for it. because that was what it was. But like, you shouldn't be labelled, really. Right, you have a penis and you're a boy, but you want to be more, you feel more feminine. So if you want to be called a girl, be called a girl. I don't think it matters. And I think we should be like respectful to that. But I do think it's because of society and how we label people. Like, I remember someone recently, I know a young boy and he likes fairy lights and he likes dolls. And they're like, oh, he's probably just gay. But why are they saying that about a child that's 6? That's like pushing opinions onto a child. I think it's just be like, you don't have to be a boy, you don't have to be a girl. I think it's just be open. Like, I'm not saying open. Do you know what I mean? Like, you should be able to do what you want to do at that age and not put a label on it. Yeah, you shouldn't be like, oh, girls play with this, or like that there's a boys section or anything, you know? There shouldn't be girls and boys separated in shops. You should do and go and play with that blimmin' Action Man Play-Doh if you want to, if you're a girl. It shouldn't matter, I don't think. And I think that's like the society part where we like to put stuff into boxes.
Yeah, but
you know, because if Sienna wanted an Action Man, would you be like, no, you'll be lesbian?
Oh no, never. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I wouldn't allow her to have a toy. I'm saying that if she, I don't know, it is hard because you
If
ask.
Sienna come to you and said, I'm a boy, would you take that seriously? She's 2.
No.
There's people on the planet who would, though. That's the problem.
I wouldn't take it serious because I think she is only a child. Like,
there's no idea.
I'm not saying because she's a child she doesn't have a right, because that's not it. But like, she doesn't know herself.
Mm-hmm.
But are you pushing gender norms onto her as well? You're not, are you? As you just said, you'll buy her that toy and you'll let her live how she wants to. So that's what I'm saying. Where like, I feel like some people then, you know, even if their kids are 6 or 7, be like, I'm a boy. It's because I feel like kids feel like that's what gender norms is because of society. Everyone's on their phone.
I'm not.
No.
I've said, like, I feel how I feel. Like, I don't think, especially with children, I don't think you should, like, if they come to you one day and say they feel or they want to be a man and they're a woman or a girl, I don't feel like you should take that, like, Bible.
No, but what are they going to do with that information anyway? They're just going to support them. They're not going to do anything.
I think the kind of, especially with my child, the kind of generation that we're bringing them up in, they are going to school with the same age children who at home are like, if they want to be a boy and they're a girl, then that's fine. Well, until you're the age of 18, well, not even 18, because obviously you can make your own mind up before 18. Like, it doesn't have to be 18. But no, like, I don't think a young child should be deciding what they want to be. Like, for instance, like,
wear a dress, play with girls' toys, do a lot. Yeah, that's fine.
We we were in the shops the other day, and Sienna seen like bluey boy boxers. Mm-hmm. And I said, like, and she was like, she like kept wanting to pick them up, and I was like, no, like, if that made her stop, like, going to the toilet in a nappy and that made her toilet trained, I would do that. So I don't think that's an issue. Like, if she wants to wear boxers, I wear Aaron's boxers. I'm not a man. It's just what I find comfy. But I think we've got the point now where it's getting a bit too far.
I think a child can decide what they want to be, but as long as there's like no medical intervention until a certain point and they've been signed off completely, like they should have therapists and that. Because I know someone that started a transition, and now she is a girl. She's born a girl and she's still a girl now because they decided that's not what they wanted to do anymore. They're like, oh no, I'm a girl.
Talks about the amount of people who detransition.
Yeah.
There's lots of people who've like deformed their bodies.
A couple of years ago, that person had done all the changes, and then they regretted it all, and that's sad. That's really bad.
Yeah,
because some people like use the NHS as well, like to do their transformation, and then all of a sudden they don't want to be that. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
why
they
I
should.
think like a therapy, like, and there needs to be a certain amount of time and like therapy and doctor's approvals before someone goes.
Yeah.
No, like not just 2 appointments. I'll be like, I think it should just be a long process to make sure that that is the choice that they want.
But
Yeah.
then if I'm being frank, obviously I don't agree in it. I don't. But if I was maybe to have a conversation with someone who had like transitioned, I'd want to ask them why. What makes you, like, you're born a man or you're born a boy? What makes you feel like a woman? What makes you feel like you want
Yeah.
to be a woman?
They can feel trapped in their body. It can be the genetic makeup as well. Sometimes the chromosomes are not correct, and sometimes they have more of a man than a woman, or like some girls have more testosterone, so they want.
Yeah, but that's
There's
how
all
you're
different
born.
reasons.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong.
So
How you
right,
approach
but
the way.
people are going in and that's doing it, and they have more testosterone, and technically their body makeup is more of a man. They just have a vagina. So is that vagina defining them? But their makeup, their blood makeup, and everything else, and they have a beard and everything. They're a man in everything else. So you were going to say that they're not allowed to
It's
transition
fucking
because of that?
science. If they were supposed to be a man, they would have come out a man.
Not correct. Not all the time. Not like there could be issues in that.
I don't understand why these cases are not mental health cases rather than physical.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can break your
Like-
leg, that needs to be fixed. But if you've got a mental health issue, is it not a mental? Am I wrong? Is it not a mental health issue? Is it?
Because like you just
I
said,
don't
yeah,
think it
someone
is.
might have.
It can be
someone might have
genetic as
more.
well. Yeah.
I can't prove you can't. Yeah, I get. I'm not talking about the people with different actual physical issues, like people who are like hermaphrodites. Is that the right word? Can you use that word? People
I'm
who are,
not too sure. I said chromosomes as well, and I don't think that's right. But I know where it's the
Yeah.
makeup. I can't think what it's
the
called.
people who have a medical biological issue may not be an issue for them or difference, but people who don't, people who have perfectly female bodies, perfectly male bodies, and then they believe mentally, they believe because it's a belief that they are a different person. Is that not a mental health issue? And why is it not treated like a mental health issue? If someone's schizophrenic, they don't just encourage the schizophrenia and, encourage the different behaviors. They try to treat and help and overcome. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
get
but
it.
I think
I know enough about it.
Yeah. That's what I
yeah,
was just gonna say. The way I feel is because I don't know anyone who has transitioned. So that's like I don't know. And I also have never spoken to someone who has, like, because I would want to ask, like, what does make you feel like you want to change?
we should get someone on the pod. You can put it on thread, see if we can get a guest.
Oh yeah. And then I look like a fucking idiot because I've just gone in on it. And the issue is, and I
Well, I
think
mean,
it's
this
for
is
a lot
going
of
online
people.
anyway. All this is going online anyway, so people will have their comments about that, won't they? As well, anyway.
I think it'll be in the middle. I think a lot of people will agree, like, it should just
Well, the
be a
thing
man
is,
and a
that's the
woman.
nature of life now, isn't it? People do
Yeah.
agree with your opinion, and people agree.
Yeah, and I'm not saying people won't agree, but you just said you look like an idiot. But this is going online, so this person's gonna. If we get someone on, they'll have the same response anyway, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I suppose.
To conclude, then, just as a FYI, with transgender, fine, no problem. If you were saying to me that you were actually born a male but you are now a female, I'll conform, no problem. I'll say she, they, I'll call you by the name you want to be called, no problems, that's fine. My only qualm is with if someone were to approach me and say, hello, I am Blair and I use they them pronouns, what do you use? I would happily say to them, just assume my pronouns. And I would say to them, look, I'm really not interested in having the conversation about pronouns. It really does not interest me in the slightest. You carry on and do it. If you want to use it with your own personal life, no probs. It's not for me. Thanks.
Yeah.
I really have no interest in getting into it. I'm not going to tell you what I believe my pronouns to be. I'm happy for you to assume. And if you assume I'm a man, I really don't think I give a shit.
I think obviously that people can do whatever they want with their bodies. And if we're saying people can't transition, I know that's not what we're saying. because I think everyone should be able to do and transition all they want.
Well,
If
you can
they're
have your
not
boobs
happy,
done. You can have your
yeah,
dick
that's what I was
chopped
about to say.
off.
If you want your
Like,
BBL,
fine.
boobs done, nose done, then it's the same as transitioning, really. It's a mental
Absolutely
health
fine.
problem because you
Yeah.
want to change part of your body. Then fillers, mental health problem because you are changing part of your body then. Same as filters, everything.
That's
So
what I'm saying. The
with
difference
that,
is
it's
they
the same
agree with you.
as transitioning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
the
think
agree
it's just maybe not a cat. Maybe don't transition to a cat.
Oh yeah, I draw the line at the animals. I absolutely think that's bizarre. That is just people. I think if I'm not going to be honest with you, I think that's attention seeking.
I just think for me it is educational reason. Like I would like to know why someone feels a certain way about
See if we can
themselves.
get someone to speak. Yeah, we should see what people feel.
What do you mean the gender fluidity people?
Everyone has their own opinion anyway.
Yeah.
I just think that even more about that, I don't care what people do. Do what the fuck you want, as long as it's in the law. As long as it makes you happy, it's within
Yeah,
the
as
law.
as long as you're not harming anyone.
Yeah.
You can't expect
I think
everyone to be on your side.
No, and as long as the right procedures are in place, as I said, if it's a child, I do believe they should be having a lot of medical help to make sure that's what they want. As I said, I've known people that have started taking the injections and wrapping their boobs and everything, and she had like meetings for appointments. It was like 4 or 5 years, and this was like 2011. You know, she was doing it so this was like not when it was really spoke about. I don't think anyway in our area, especially not. It wasn't when I spoke about, and I didn't really know anything of it at the time. And I knew this person like from when I was young. So, and now she just went back on it. You know, she was bras now. I don't know. She just stopped one
What
day.
does that do to you? Like, what does that do to you though? Because if you started the process, yeah, if you started the process,
sure. Like the injections and that, like stop you obviously, stop the female. So the estrogen, yeah, estrogen. So obviously your hair will start growing more.
I think it can cause damage, but I think it has to be used for a while to cause damage, as in irreversible.
Yeah, because what if like you're a woman wanting to turn to a man, right? So you go through like say half the procedure and then you decide that you no longer want to do that. Well, then later on in life, if you try for kids,
it could be an issue. I don't know what the statistics are on it, but I'm sure it could be an issue.
Obviously,
that's the only thing I think.
You're not going to be producing enough estrogen and things.
Your body may not naturally get back to that rhythm.
Men do give birth. Men do give birth.
Well,
people that were born female that are now male do give birth. I don't know how.
Do they?
Yeah, because they haven't got rid of their vaginas
and their womb.
Yeah. So there is men that give birth. Yeah.
So they're not actually a man then. They haven't done a full transition if they're still having a baby.
They're a man. They identify as a man, and they are on the way sometimes. So they are a man in for all intents and purposes, but they were born a woman, so they can still have their reproductive organs still. Can do sometimes.
They often actually,
you know, especially in America and things like where you have to pay for your surgery yourself, and how much, as you probably seen how much surgery is in America, how much it is to give birth in America. Also, you might have one bit at a time, or like not afford it, so just doing injections instead, but still have everything else. You know, they still have to live with the precautions that we have. I've got one more question before we leave, and I really want to know, right? Would you rather be in a real life version of Walking Dead or Jurassic Park?
No, I'd be fucked in both.
Dead.
I'd be dead in Walking Dead.
No one talks in there though. I've only ever seen it like a few times, but whenever I've fucking seen it, no one speaks, so I couldn't be in there.
I've never watched it. Liv couldn't be anywhere near it. She would die straight away from talking.
She'd be dead. She'd be gone.
It'd be like the Squid Game, wouldn't it? Like I can't not speak.
Yeah, it would be dreadful.
I've seen the adverts.
You've never seen it? It's good.
I've
I
seen
don't
it.
watch dubbed either.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen adverts.
Oh, it's good.
I'd rather the dinosaurs, please.
Why? I need more of an explanation.
Because I'm that short, they wouldn't see me.
That's
They would. They
correct.
would smell you for a start.
Because you
What are
fucking
you fucking
stink.
saying?
Well, no, I'm not saying you fucking stink, but you smell like meat. You smell like food.
I don't
I
smell like
do-
meat.
I
You
would
smell
do
like
the
bacon.
dinosaurs. I would do the dinosaurs
I can-
because
It's
listen,
good for me.
it's good for me. I would do the dinosaurs because the zombies are like people dressed up, and that is my irrational fear. So
Oh yeah.
So they wouldn't be dressed up. They'll be dead, chasing you.
I know. I realise they won't be dead, but it does come hand in hand. So
They're not dressed up. There's real life. They want to kill you.
Wouldn't we be faster than the zombie if they're dead?
You wouldn't be.
No.
Ah.
It depends what type of zombies they are. I've never watched Walking Dead, so Connor probably knows it if he's a roundabout somewhere. There is a zombie film where they run at you, like run full speed.
Oh, no, he's not. He's downstairs, but I don't think he can advise.
He's watched that, and I know he has, and I can't think what the name is because we've talked about it before. But then other zombie things, they're very slow, and I'm not too sure on Walking Dead. However, have you ever thought about if there's a zombie apocalypse, what would you do?
No.
You've
I would
never
just
thought like
surrender.
emergency. Oh,
No.
Liv's dead. Liv, Sienna's
Surrender.
gone. Aaron's gone.
Oh no, don't say that because that makes me want to cry.
Sorry, you just said surrender. You're gonna fight. You need to...
Fight? What the fuck would I fight them with?
There's an alert gone out, right? There's an alert gone out. Zombie apocalypse. From, let's say, like The Last of Us, from mushrooms as airborne, right? That can actually happen one day. There is scientific proof that can happen one day. Thoughts?
COVID.
Yeah, like COVID again. Yeah.
Well, I would
Right,
sit
so-
in my fucking house for 2 years.
You wouldn't get in a car, would you, really? Realistically?
Why?
Well, all the roads are going to be blocked. Thousands of people are going to be trying to leave.
Oh yeah. A
Right.
plane?
They're probably closed.
Well, zombies
Oh.
head in the fucking air.
Yeah, I
How
just
do you
thought
know? If you
Couldn't
don't
tell.
know, right? You're sat on a plane now. Bill behind you. You don't know he's drunk some water 6 hours ago. He don't know yet either. He's dying. He's becoming a zombie. Next thing you know, bit on the neck, dead. Liv's gone.
I think I'd just go out and give myself because I just couldn't be bothered to
I
fight.
don't think you don't know directions, Luce, so I don't think you'd be
I'd be
any good.
fucked.
Imagine if you had a camp somewhere. I passed this tree 7 times. You wouldn't
Yeah,
even know because you wouldn't
No.
recognise the tree.
I would have no fucking idea where I was at all times. I'd say zombies. Come on, but have me.
I'd try and find the nearest wind turbine.
Right. I go straight for the woods. Take any axes or anything, large knives. Go straight to a
Go on
shop.
again,
Big
full force
backpack.
on- Yeah, you're like thinking Lost, aren't you? You're going like
I'm thinking,
knives,
get in the
tents.
wilderness. How many people are in the wilderness compared to how many
livid
people are in the
with Bear
cities?
Grylls.
I'd be alright, I would mind.
You could be good. You could be good, Liv. Yeah, you've got your survival skills. You've got some
Lauren,
shit in your
I'm
pants.
23. I have not got it in me to fight a fucking zombie.
And the mouth on
Then-
the finder.
Ben asked me after he watched our last podcast, Liv, have you drunk your own pee?
What? What
Have
something
you
scared?
drunk? Yeah, he's like, since you was with Beer Girls, have you drunk your own pee?
No, because I'm not fucking in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, it's
Right.
safeguarding.
What the fuck has it got to do with
Drink your own
safeguarding?
pee. You can drink your own pee once.
Once. And do you know what? I haven't drunk it because what if I need it again?
You piss. What are you talking about? You piss every day.
No,
She
yeah,
just
you can do
said-
it. You can do it every day, but you can only do it once a day, isn't it? Isn't it like once a day every day?
Why do you know that? Fucking weirdo.
Because I've watched Bear Grylls. Have you not met my branch? Is all like survival, mining, and storage wars.
No, I have not drunk my own wee Ben.
Okay, I will. He will watch this, and I won't let him know. I'll let him see.
Yeah. What a silly question to ask if you're watching this, Ben. Have you drunk your own wee?
No, but he thought because you've been with Bear Grylls, best friends, and all buddy pals, and you woggle, he thought you may have drunk your own pee.
Shout out to Ben. Love you, Ben.
Well, he wouldn't have humiliated me and asked me to pull down my kegs and say, pee in this and drink it to prove that you're a Bear Grylls fan.
I think Ben's asking you to pull down your trousers and pee. No. I think that you, because you've been in the wilderness, you might have done so.
No, she was on bloody camp beds, proper camp beds with mattresses and all sorts.
No, a fucking sleeping mat. A sleeping mat.
She was a fake
Like a
scamper.
yoga.
She had a mat. She had a mat, though.
He wasn't the same as Russell from it.
No.
Wilderness Explorer.
He was
better.
better. No,
He
was
pissed.
No.
He drank his
I
piss.
bet you
that's
he's drunk his
brilliant.
piss. Russell's
Absolutely.
drunk his piss.
Absolutely.
He probably drunk the old man's piss.
Liv, I'm not being very but you are the image of that boy from Up. Image.
Nah, you're fucking me off now. I'm not I'm not Russell.
Right, anyway, guys, would we rather Walking Dead or Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Or
Fabulous.
Avatar.
Yeah. Avatar. That wasn't an option.
I'd rather be in The Simpsons.
Yeah,
That's not an option either. Vampire Diaries or... What she just said?
She's I'm a colour of The Simpson.
Don't worry, look at her massive forehead and the wrinkles she got for her age. Don't worry about it.
Fuck you both. Wrap it up.
Right. We can't use that word. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching your girlfriend's favourite podcast. It's been fun. It's been a hoot. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. If you go this far, comment an emoji, any emoji, especially the sick
It's
one.
been a hoot. Give us a toot.
And then if you have any dilemmas, please contact us on the email below. Hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you in a week.
January.
No. We'll see you in a week. We'll see you in a week, if not through your window.
If we don't see you in a week, we'll see you through a window.
Peace.
Bye, motherfuckers.
That's the end. I'm off to make my dinner. It's an hour over. You're all a load of